Hi bookworms! So today we're going to be talking about my wrap-up, my year-round wrap-up, and it's for Miss Griffin's class, so that's why I haven't read that much books. Anyways, we'll be talking about these 3 books that I read, so let's start. First book I read was Dream Wedding by Susan Mallory. It says here, New York Times best-selling author, but to me, I don't think so. At first, yeah, maybe when I started reading it, but now, Short synopsis, I'll try my best to explain it as fast as I can because I'm a very detailed person, so bear with me. Anyways, it's about a woman named Chloe. She's a reporter, and in her family, first I'll explain this. In her family, when you turn 25, you have to wear a nightgown the night of so you could dream of the man of your dreams. So she meets Arizona Smith because she has to report about him because he's kind of like an Indiana Jones. So he ends up coming, they spend time together, and I'm pretty sure you can find out what happens. You can guess what happens. He has to choose whether it's her or his adventures. So you'll find out in the end. What you also didn't know about this book is that there is another book to this story. Dream Groom, yes. So this part of the book is about her sister Cassie, and basically she's a nanny and a teacher, but she gives up her teaching job because she wants to be a nanny for one of her favorite students. And the guy she's being a nanny for, or the guy that's paying her to be a nanny, he just lost his brother. And so she stays there for a while with this man while she's with another man that she's supposedly supposed to get married to. But she ends up falling in love, and you know what probably happens in the end. So basically you can tell that I did not like this book because of all the details that gave away the ending. I mean, when I first started reading this book, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna fall in love. They found each other. Because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm pretty sure all of you are hopeless romantics. But as I thought about it, I do not think she's a New York Times bestselling author because all she does is write the same kind of stories with different characters in it. What I liked about this book is that it's all lovey-dovey because I'm a hopeless romantic. The next book that I read was Leap of Faith by Kimberly Bradley. So the synopsis again, it's about a 6th grader who got expelled from her school because she stabbed a kid, the principal's kid, Brad McAvery, and she has her reasons to it, but nobody wants to listen to her, so she keeps everything bottled inside. And as she goes to this Catholic school, she's never been here, so she has no choice. She goes to this Catholic school and she experiences these things in theology classes and other programs and stuff. She has to do Catholic stuff. So she ends up loving the Catholic faith, or not loving it, but she's starting to like it. Her parents don't like that she's starting to go to church because they're not very religious. But in the end, she ends up liking the Catholic faith, and her family allows her to do whatever she wants to do. So I guess that's why it's called Leap of Faith, because she came from a hard situation and she took that leap of faith, and she's now Catholic and she's confirmed and she loves God. So that's what it's about. This book, it was alright. It wasn't the best book. I'd probably recommend it to just younger kids, like middle school. What I liked about the main character, Abigail, is that she's very young, independent, and she knows how to stand up for herself. And I just loved that she started to believe in the Catholic faith, and now she's being a better person. So that's what I liked. If you're like older and if you're like an adult, I wouldn't recommend this book. It's kind of dragging, boring, whatever. It's alright. It just shows like how much faith this little girl has. Okay, moving on to the next book. Heaven is for Real. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't finish this book. I probably made it halfway. Yep, made it halfway through. Everyone I met and talked about with this book, they said, oh my god, it's really good, I love it, you should read it, it's super good. But when I read it, it was kind of dragging in the beginning, maybe because I watched the movie before the book. And it's about a man or a pastor who goes through difficult situations in his life. He has cancer, he has kidney stones that he passes, and his son gets sick, all that type of stuff. He can't pay for the bills because of all this medical stuff, and it's basically his son almost dies, and he goes to heaven and comes back, and he tells all these stories. Everyone just doesn't believe them, but his father believes him, the pastor, and that's about it. Actually, it's a book about faith because it shows how much faith you have and how much you have to believe in order for you to get through in life. So that's what I believe this book is about. I didn't like how it was like dragging for me. I already got to the middle and I still didn't find it. I still didn't find that goodness in this book that people talk about. Like really, the writing style, you could tell that it was a pastor who wrote this. So basically, I've read 2 books about faith. I just realized that. Okay, my hair is crazy. I just realized I read 2 books about faith and 2 books about romance. I think I should have chose better books. You know what I mean? It's not the best, but I read them. They're alright. I would recommend maybe if you just want an easy read and read these books. Heaven is for Real by Todd Burpo, Leap of Faith by Kimberly Bradley, and Dream Wedding and Dream Groom by Susan Mallory. She has many other books, but I doubt they're going to be different. So, it's up to you. Thank you. Comment below what you think, and bye.